Hey, welcome back to Sex Underground Radar. I'm your host, JVaz. We're tuning in to episode number 22. We got Chop the Father in the motherfucking building. He's blessing the table for us one time. We got a gang of friends also joining us later on.
Gang.
We're going to be talking about their upcoming event at West Oak. What's it called? West Oak? West Oak Music Hall.
White Oak.
You get it. White Oak. White Oak. I'm keeping them on their toes. Make sure they know their own product. So it's a White Oak Music Hall, October 8th, crash landing. And make sure you guys tune in. We're going to be talking about all their latest projects and so much more. I'm JVaz.
Never die.
You watching? Oh, okay. See, he runs shit. Go ahead, Never Die. Bring us into the show.
Hey, this Texas Underground Radar, know what I'm talking about.
He cut me off to say that. I already said that. And welcome back to the Texas Underground Radar. Once again, I'm JVaz, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host,
Mr. Never Die.
in the motherfucking building. As you can see, we got a special guest joining us today.
Yo, Chop the Father.
Chop the Father, man. He was Artist of the Week about a month ago?
You're my artist of the week.
I gave him the idea, to be very honest with you. He's like, who's Chop the Father? So, bro, you sleeping on him.
You know, JVaz, he loves the ladies. He likes making the ladies Artist of the Week.
That is true. Which I haven't had one in a while, actually.
You haven't had an Artist of the Week in a while.
Right. I'm not impressed by people's music
that's
right
not
now.
his fault. That's their fault.
That's their fault. You know what I'm saying? You haven't impressed me. What you want me to do? Big Chop the Father, Artist of the Week every week? Shit. That's what happens when you don't have your own identity. You know what I'm saying? We'll get more into that here in a second. Hey, man. Welcome to the show, bro. We appreciate you making time.
I appreciate y'all having me. For real.
Sure, man.
I appreciate y'all talking on the album, too.
That was a dope album.
Real dope.
If anybody knows me, Never Die knows how I feel about people's music.
Yeah.
And I'm always looking for that lyrical shit, which is one of the reasons I fuck with y'all's music, man.
Yeah.
All three of y'all. You know what I mean? I just checked out a track that Xicano Vega had. I think it was called Tristeza.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, bro, that shit is dope.
Hey, Chop's on there too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Featuring Chop the Father. So we'll get into that single here in a bit, but yeah. I mean, just to tell you in person, the project itself was solid as fuck.
The lemon tape.
The lemon tape. You know what I mean? So if you want to go ahead and talk to us about the lemon tape and you know what the whole idea behind the lemon tape was, and you know everything else in between.
So my first project was called The First Rule, and I got a song on there called Never Told, and the song's about all the lies I told my mom growing up. And one of them was that one of the bars I said that life never came through with those lemons. And, you know, I'm rapping through, you know, looking at my childhood and shit. So, you know, my daughters, I look at them like my lemons. I made lemonade, you know, my happiness. You know, I met my wife, you know, we fell in love. So I finally had somebody that I felt like I could build a family with.
Yeah. What does that feel like?
Love?
Tell me more. I'm intrigued. Okay, that makes sense. So the whole the what's it called? The father of lemon. So what you call it? The lemon father.
The lemon tape.
The lemon tape.
Yeah, I seen that too. Now those are just two things I want to clear up that y'all talked about. So Rock'em Sockers, that's you remember that old toy with the red and blue, the Rock'em Sockers. So in the song I say, you know, crew full of Rock'em Sockers. So that's what that is. But I like double entendre, so Rock'em Sockers too. And then that pecking bowl with AB, that's a Chinese buffet that we went to growing up, and actually his mom worked there. So in the song I say, used to fill a booth at Pecking Bowl. We eating better now. So that's where that came from too.
Where are you guys eating at now?
Shit. Steak. Big and Anthony, Steak 48, all that.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, I'm big on finding new restaurants. I'm not just asking you for no reason. Every time somebody tells me about
Pecking Bowl no
where they
longer
eat at,
exists.
I legit have a whole list of places I need to hit up. And everything that has that list because I've already gone to. So that's why I asked. Cause like, hold on, where you
got a whole wish list.
Oh yeah. I ain't joking.
You got Hugo's on there?
Do I got Hugo's on here? Let me see. It's usually like steakhouse and shit, because this is like my dating thing.
Hey, no free promo. No free
this
promo.
This is my dating thing. I don't have Hugo's on here.
It's just a Mexican spot, and they have like ladies that come in at 4 a.m. and make everything from scratch.
Damn.
Hugo's. Let's add this on here. Hugo's Mexicans.
They got everybody's grandma up in that bitch making fucking
Mijo.
mole and shit.
As far as your project, bro, we talked about our favorite tracks on there. And I just wanted to get, for the listener to get an idea of who Chop the Father is and what to expect when they listen to it. What's your personal favorite on that album itself?
Man, that shit, it's changed a couple times, but lately it's been I've Been.
Yeah, that's my favorite track.
I've Been.
And that was a lot of people's favorite too. So that also makes it my favorite because people hit me up and tell me, what it means to them.
Yeah.
And I have people that like don't rap like that hit me up and be like damn, like you could still manage to rap about family and not all this, fucking street shit and still just make a dope ass fucking
Have
song.
your own identity. You're proving my point. What I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to tell this guy.
I'm being used as a weapon here.
I'm gonna use you like a trophy the whole fucking episode. Chop the Father said
Needs weed.
you can make music without talking about the same shit. You know what I mean? No. Speaking of having your own identity, no, I'm just kidding. Hey, one thing that I like that you guys have going, bro, is that every time I post something, as far as like who's dropping, who do y'all think is dope, and anything that has to do with artists, as far as bringing them on the show and giving them their flowers type thing, it's like you guys are creating that, I guess, circle you can say, because I ask, and not only some people I don't know who they are, which makes it cool, because I mean, I would expect Xicano Vega to support you, AB Raps to support you, but then there's other people that's like, hey, have you checked out Chop the Father? Check out Chop the Father. And I always tell Never Die, it's cool. I like what they got going, bro. Like, it's cool to see these guys supporting each other, and without having to, yet they do it. How has that been like to be able to create that, I guess, that support amongst your peers, or just the following that you have?
So, I think it's a lot with the music we make being so genuine. So when people relate to it, they feel strongly about that. They want to support something that they feel is genuine, that they feel is real. But like, let's just say, for example, if you got people that rap about the same stuff and some street shit is like, hey, come listen, like, how can they really come to you and be like, hey, listen to this? It's different when it's not.
Yeah.
And I feel like people feel a need to reach out to you and be like, bro, like nobody's rapping like this. And it's not necessarily that it's just I'm so much better. It's just that I'm different.
Which
and
makes
people
you better.
want it. But
Yeah.
in the long run, I feel like being real with yourself think about it like this. Besides Fat Joe and Big Pun, like what Hispanic rapper has really just been in like that top 5, top 10?
Talk to me. Never Die.
What do you want me to That's facts.
I was telling you this earlier, but no. Yeah.
And then I don't think it just like falls on just using the N-word, because Fat Joe uses the N-word. And off the top of my head, I don't remember if Big Pun used to say the N-word. I don't know if anybody else could.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
So
We'll use this as an example on the conversation. Let them talk.
Just like somebody with Fat Joe just had like longevity, and that's because he's just always been doing his own thing.
Yeah.
And he changed with the game.
yeah.
Like, Remy Ma came out and he fucking made a smash hit within a year.
Yeah.
And I just
Right.
think if you're real with yourself, that's gonna be, and especially at our age, we're like 30 something, so we're making music for people our age, and those are the people going to the shows.
He's 50, but
Buying the merch. Them young kids are not coming to the shows. They're all on the internet or partying, and they're not really buying the merch. So we have a grown audience.
correct.
Say, Chop, man, I got some questions.
What's up?
I just wanted to say that.
Like, no shit, that's why we brought him. I got some
No, it's
questions.
from the song Question.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Look at you, goddamn.
I be listening. Nah, so like I was talking about, like I really digging y'all style, like the hard beats. Y'all don't have no singing. Like the features, is this by design?
Yeah, for especially this album was by design. So my first album, I only had like one song where it was just me. So this album, I was like, I'm gonna do at least half just me, and the other half, I was gonna split it in half. I was gonna get 2 features from maybe like bigger names, and then 2 from people I could just spit. So with me and AB, we're constantly in the studio together, so it's just natural that we have a lot of music together. And then I kind of feel like he's gonna be your artist of the week if you start listening to him. My boy DFD Baby Lee, that motherfucker can spit.
Yeah.
I'm on your project, yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna start sending you some of his shit. That motherfucker just could just spit on and on.
Is he
And-
part
and
of
it's
Crash
funny.
Landing?
No, he's not part of Crash Landing. He's from Houston, and check this out. I found him on the Fool community. And I was like, man, this motherfucker's dope. I wonder where he's from. Fucking Houston.
No,
So
really?
then I reached out to him. It turns out he also records where I record, Nico Studio.
Yeah.
And, that was easy to
Yeah.
get that feature.
No.
Now, we were praising your style of music and whatnot. What being from Houston, it's so easy to get inspired by the people that we listen to, by just the culture that we live around. But listening to your music, you don't hear that as much, which to me personally is dope as hell. I know a lot of people love Texas and Houston music, but no, I'm just fucking with Never Die. No, but all bullshit aside. But what is it? What's your writing process like, or what is it that inspires you to give us these stories instead of, because it's so easy to get on here and rap about Texas shit.
Yeah.
But I find it interesting and hard to do so, because when I was doing music, it was hard for me to do that. That's one of the reasons I stopped making music, because I felt like I wasn't giving the message good enough. I was like, if I can't do this, then I don't want to be a part of it, and I got out. So what's your process like, and exactly what is it that you watch, or what inspires you to be that artist?
I would say a big inspiration is J. Cole. And for example, like on 2014 Forest Hills Drive, he made a song called Wet Dreams.
Yeah.
Where he basically admitted that he lied to a girl about being a pro. And at the end of the song, you find out that he was also a virgin and she was a virgin.
Yeah.
But the whole song, they were both fronting and they were both fucking nervous. So to me, it's like, man, he really made a song.
That's a dope ass song, by the way.
He made a song about something that usually somebody will get clowned for. And it's like, that's a lot of people's reality.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, we need to stop the fronting and just be ourselves. And if people fuck with you, they fuck with you. If they don't, then they don't. Like, why do you want fans that can't relate to you?
Yeah.
You want fans that can relate to you. That's who you're making the music for.
Yeah.
That's real. I respect that. Yeah. Let's jump to October 8th, bro. October 8th, you got Crash Landing event at White Oak Music Hall. And it's going to be all you guys on there. And it's going to be dope. I've never seen any of you guys perform, so it's going to be my first time seeing y'all perform, and I'm pretty excited about it. Never that got the ticket over there.
Yeah, we're really excited. And I could tell you every act on there was introduced to each other by my homeboy Bad Child over there, who makes beats. He's made beats for me, AB, Vega, John Black. I don't think Adrian Angelo, but I know Adrian Angelo goes back like a decade with Vega. So that's all music family right there.
Yeah. How did the idea come together to put this event together, and what can people expect by going to this event?
I feel like that this event's been in the works for a while, but we didn't want to do it too early. And, with AB was dropping a lot of singles. Xicano Vega kind of came out of like a semi-retirement. Same thing with John Black. Actually, we had a show at Eighth Wonder. And it was me, AB, Vega, and Black were on that show. And we're kind of like, we had a pretty decent crowd. So it's like, man, we could probably do something like this, And so that's how this show kind of came into fruition. Like, we feel like we have the audience and the fan base now to really like pack it out.
Yeah. This all self-funded, all independently?
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes it even more.
And then we have the Snow Sleeps production, which is a 3-man group. They this is their baby. We're just helping it.
Can you mention who's all in there?
We got a Bad Child with the beats, Rusty, aka Sandman, aka I don't know, something else. He has like 3 different names, Santiago, and then my homeboy Nick Morales.
Shouts out No Sleep Productions. You got anything there for us before we jump into the next artist?
So let's tag somebody else in.
All right,
but man, keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Yeah, and I appreciate the avenue y'all have created, and I appreciate y'all's honesty too, because there's a lot of outlets that'll just be like, yeah, it's dope, yeah, it's dope, yeah, it's dope, and a lot of outlets that'll just say it's dope because whoever they're talking about is hot. And
We also try to speak why we think.
the sound from the city is never gonna transcend. Like, in my opinion, the hottest rapper out of Houston is Toby. I don't know if y'all ever heard of him. He's
Yeah.
from he's from A-Leaf, and he's just on a whole different type of wave. So I think in order to bring more attention to the city and the state in general, we gotta show them that like we could rap with the big boys too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Man. Hey, we appreciate your time, bro. Appreciate you stopping by.
Appreciate y'all having
and
me,
we'll
man.
be out there on the 8th. We'll bring the camera, do some footage and whatnot. Make sure you guys pull up October 8th to the White Oak Music Hall, Crash Landing, and Chop the Father. Check out his latest project, The Lemon Tape, available on all streaming services. And hey, appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you having me.
Yo, joining us now, we got AB Raps in the motherfucking building. He'll be blessing the table, and we'll be talking about his current projects, everything he's working on, and his input on Crash Landing. You want to go ahead and bless the table for us one time?
Oh yeah, man. Was good, everybody. Go by AB. I just signed it anywhere.
AB Raps.
Wherever you want, bro.
Just don't put it over my name, bro.
Nah, I got it.
See, I'm telling you.
Cross it out.
We're trying to run out of ink.
Yeah, it's out of ink.
And he did that on purpose, bro. He's like, when AB comes, give him
Give him that old one.
that old Sharpie. That's the only Sharpie we got,
You
too.
can't even smell this whole. That's how you know it's over.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I've had this since I was in high school. I graduated 15 years ago.
Bring a Sharpie.
Bring a Sharpie. Hey, you just gotta put a little pressure on it, bro. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, I thought it was fading away because we were cleaning it. Maybe it was never dark. maybe that's what happened.
It never worked.
Never worked. Hey, welcome back to the Texas Underground Radar. Once again, I'm JVaz. As we mentioned, we got AB Raps in the building.
Yeah.
Never Die as always, joining me as my co-host.
Always.
And hey, bro, we're talking about this off camera. I'm still getting familiar with your music, but what I've heard, I like it. You know, I'm a big fan of lyrical and storytelling type music. So from what I've heard from you from the get-go, I told Never Die.
Hey, he was your artist of the week before.
Yeah, and that's the reason he was my artist of the week. You know what I'm saying? Like we mentioned it. And that was like what, week 3, week 4, I think, when we first got
I think
started.
it was like the second week.
And we kept bringing you up, and people were like, "Man, y'all keep bringing them on. Might as well bring them on.
Yeah,
and
I
shit.
appreciate it, man.
And we finally have you on here, bro. And like I said, we want to talk more about who AB Raps is, and obviously your upcoming event that you guys are gonna be at Crash Landing, and just get to know AB Raps as a whole, man. So Never Die, take it away, bro. What you got?
So, bro, let us know about Crash Landing. Who's all in Crash Landing? How did y'all put this together? Like,
Chop the Father just told us that.
not everybody that's in Crash Landing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shit. As far as members, is me, Chop the Father, Spaceman Apollo, Dope Aesthetic, King Alex, and Corey Ray.
Already.
And all hip hop artists, all different, genuine, unique.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you and Chop are like the forefathers, right?
Yeah, actually, he's the first person that I had brought up the idea to, and he was with it, man.
Already.
And then I was like, look, this is who I'm thinking about bringing on board. It was a go from there. Everybody I talked to, shit, they were down with it.
How'd y'all meet? You and Chop?
I've known that dude since high school, bro.
Already.
Yeah.
Already. That's what's up.
Fucking middle school or something like that, right? It's been a while. On Facebook or something. Yeah, he was on something.
MySpace.
Were y'all
Yeah,
the top 8?
He used to fucking send me all types of messages and comments, and I'd be like, bro, leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Jump on SoundCloud or something. Nah, but yeah, that's how we got familiar with each other.
Yeah.
It was off of MySpace or something like that. Yeah.
See Pixel? Y'all remember See Pixel?
Nah, it's
Does
before
anybody
my
remember
time,
See
bro.
Pixel in this room? Nobody remember See Pixel? It was
You
in
old,
Houston.
bro. You old.
Y'all see how y'all don't support the
Bro, I'm
culture?
20. I'm 22 now.
Nah, y'all really don't. Damn. I'm never bringing that shit up again. Then.
Leave that one out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 or 10 people in here, and I'm the only one that knows
Yeah, I
about See
never-
Pixel. It was like the hardcore MySpace.
He's like,
He said the hardcore by his face.
It was like dark web type shit. Yeah.
Dang.
It was like it's MySpace little brother. It was Houston based, so it never really took off. Valid point. Valid point. I don't know how the hell I knew about it then. I don't even live in Houston. Shit, and I knew about it. Maybe they made it at my little ranch where I live at or something, little ranch ass town.
Moco space.
Moco Space.
oh, yeah, we remember that one. Yeah.
See, how the hell y'all know about Moco
See?
Space when I see
I'm with
Pixel? you paid them, huh? That's why you wanted everybody here. Now, AB, so let's talk about history, bro. As far as how long you've been making music and how exactly did music and what caught your attention as far as making music?
It was my oldest brother, man. He was always rapping, freestyling. You know how it is. Everybody be getting chopped up, start freestyling, throw a beat on. And shit, just listening to them. They actually had the whole, like the stage mic, and they would rap into the stage mic and record it. I don't even remember how our setup, but yeah, I just kind of fell in love with it. Started listening to like Eminem and shit like that. I was always brought up on like Lucky Luciano, SPM, like the whole Third Coast movement, and Chingo Bling, all them boys. So when I started listening to like Eminem and fucking Big Pun and all that shit, I was like, damn, this shit is crazy. So I don't know. I would just freestyle and never took it serious, of course, until about like 9th, 10th grade. I was like, man, I'm finna try to write. And it was like the whole, the basic stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Cat,
until I started.
Cat, bat, rat, flap.
Yeah, until I really started like diving into
raps.
like the lyrics and shit.
A-beat raps.
Yeah. And I don't know. I started like really reading and just listening to like my English teacher speak about imagery and shit like that. And I was like, man, I don't know. Just kind of evolved.
You know what I find interesting? I guess what you were saying, because you said you grew up on Lucky Luciano, Chingo Bling, but your music sounds nothing like theirs. And this goes back to what I was telling Chop the Father, which again, I'll say it again. This is the reason I fuck with y'all's music.
Yeah.
Because it's lyrical and it's storytelling. It's giving you like a playback value. You know what I mean? Which we need more of that.
Yeah, I feel like we're blessed, man. I feel like the age that me, Chop, and the whole Crash Landing Squad is in, we're like the middle child, you know what I mean? So we seen the old wave, not the old wave, but essentially like that Houston sound. We seen it kind of like, I don't want to say fade out, but kind of get moved a little bit. And then we seen like the new Lil Uzi Verse and Travis Scott's and shit come up. So we're just like in that middle. So we got best of both worlds, and we're just fucking living in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same with social media shit. We're like in the middle child, man.
I don't know.
Shit's
Y'all didn't
crazy.
get to experience C-Pixels, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. about
Like a bad
C-Pixel,
middle
though.
child?
Nah. Yeah.
So, you know, Chop the Father was talking about you're currently working on a project. Can you talk to us more about that, and what can we expect, and when can we expect it to drop?
I ain't got no date, but I'm real. I don't want to say private, but I was falling into this spot where I was like, man, I'm seeing these people progress. I got to be right there with them.
Yeah.
But then I was like, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know what I got. I know what I come with lyrically or musically, however you want to call it. When it comes to hip hop, I know what I can do. So I was like, man, let me take a step back, reevaluate my whole sound. I'm gonna try to test these new little pockets, like rhyme patterns and shit like that. I could tell y'all the title, but I ain't got no date for it.
Yeah.
My first project was called Trilluminati. So the follow-up, and it's actually gonna be a follow-up to Trilluminati, is it's called Trillmatic. So
Trillmatic.
it's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah.
I started the recording process and everything, so
What can we
dope,
expect
man.
on that project?
Oh,
What and who
man.
can we expect on that project that you
Oh,
have in
man.
mind?
Hot fire.
Nah, yeah, I got people in mind, but
Fire.
I don't want to
spin
speak
like
too much on the
llamas.
people,
Yeah.
like on features that I do want on there. But if you haven't heard Chilluminati, man, I really hope you do, or I suggest you do.
It's a hard
And
project.
then, yeah, man, listen to that, and just that's just like is that on steroids, in my opinion.
How did he come up with that name?
Chilluminati, shit, it was the play on word Illuminati,
Yeah.
like the New World Order, the takeover. You know what
When
I'm
I
saying?
sold my soul to the devil.
Nah. Yeah, and then I was
Down
like,
in
man,
Texas,
Down in-
because it's Trill.
and shit, exactly. So trill shit, it derived from us. So
Already.
we were like
Part of our culture, huh?
Exactly. So I was like, it is, bro. So yeah, just like and it was solely me. I think I got one vocalist on there.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was just me. So it's kind of like, hey, this is me. This is what I bring to the table. When it comes to music, I preach longevity. Like, I'm here to stay. And that's what it is, bro. So
Dope.
the takeover, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got for us? Never die.
Man, y'all need to check that boy AB Raps out, man. When he performed, he performed in Houston versus everybody, and he was one of the final winners. So
Yeah.
he put it down, man.
I'm excited to see y'all perform, bro. 'Cause like I said, I haven't seen any of y'all perform.
I gotta take a ride here.
You know what I'm saying? October 8th, it's on my calendar. So, you know,
White Oak Music Hall.
We're going to pull up
sir.
and catch the performance. Hopefully they let us in with cameras and whatnot. We'll get that on camera. But, hey, I'm going to check out the project you're talking about, and I can't wait for the next one. It's like, so I legit fuck with what you got as far as, you know, what I've heard.
It, man. Thank both of you.
And, you know, I'm looking forward to it, bro. Never Die. Talk to us one more time. Let us know what you got.
Hey, let's bring in that boy Xicano Vega.
Xicano Vega in the motherfucking building. Hey,
Much
once
love,
again,
baby. Appreciate you
Hey,
coming
we
through, man.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you for
Appreciate
having
you
me.
stopping by.
I appreciate
Shouts
it.
out to Land Next Hip Hop. I see you sporting the shirt.
yeah,
Hey.
already.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out. And let's do it. And welcome back to the Texas Underground Radar. I am your host, JVaz. And once again, as we mentioned, we got a special guest joining us, part of the Crash Landing crew performing on October 8th at the White Oak Music Hall. We got Xicano Vega in the motherfucking building.
Hey,
what's going on, man? Xicano Vega, man. Happy to be here.
Hey, we appreciate you making time, bro. I want to say, before I forget, after this, I want to have you on where we just talk about the Chicano culture, because I heard you on that podcast, and a lot of shit I didn't know. I've never... I was 4 when I came to Texas, right? So I don't know much about Mexico. I hardly go to Mexico.
Yeah.
And I'm a uncultured Mexican, you know what I'm saying? Which is fucking sad, but I found it interesting. Everything you were saying, I was like, hey, bro, this is fucking interesting, because a lot of people, I'm not the only one, but a lot of people don't know this. And a lot of people don't know our history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would like to bring you on later on so we can talk about just that. But before we get, to that, let's talk about your latest projects, bro. On the next episode, I'm gonna talk about this track that I ran into. You did a track with Chop the Father called Tristeza.
Yes.
And again, lyrical, dope as fuck. I fuck with it. I saw the visual on YouTube. Talk to us about is that your latest project that you have? Your latest single?
That's my latest release. Well, no, actually, I released another song after that, Slade. But
Yeah, that one's
that's
dope.
how we put out in August. Actually, on my birthday, August 25th. And featuring Chop the Father, man. And I had planned to put a hook on there, but then I went to the studio and Chop was like, nah, man, we're just going back to back, no hook. So I'm like, yes, sir. Nah, but a dope-ass producer from Colorado, Rojos Productions, produced the beat. He blessed me with some beats, and man, I shot it to Chop, and he got a verse back to me quick, so it was just a matter of recording it. We recorded it. No Sleeps Productions produced the video. They recorded, edited the video, and man, it came out dope as fuck, man. And it's been getting a lot of love.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? But then again, might be biased because I fuck with y'all's music, so, But one of the, I guess, slogans that you have that you push hard is the whole idea of, the whole title of it is, I mean, you're wearing a shirt right now, American History Mex, but I like the one that you say, we were here before the border.
Sure.
That's dope as fuck. Is that also a project you've dropped before, or is that just the slogan of...
That's just the brand. Actually, the song American History Mex I put out in 2020. And that's one of the fucking verses. That's one of the bars. Is
supposed to shoot this video for you, and life got crazy, and then I haven't.
I wasn't gonna say anything, man. So if
I ain't forget.
if you hadn't said anything,
I ain't forget.
Nobody would have known.
No, but I ain't forget. But that's around the time when life just got a little
COVID
crazy.
was fucking nuts, man. It was 2020. A lot of shit was going on, man. And actually, that's when I came back into the music scene. Like Chop had previously mentioned, man, I was kind of like on hiatus and shit. I hadn't really recorded anything since 2014 or something like that. Been about 7 years. And the last thing I had dropped was a single with Adrian Angelo. Known that dude, go way back. And didn't do music for a long time, man. 2020 happened. I just started a new job, an office job, got out the fucking warehouse, had a laptop, and then COVID hit. They said, go home. So I went home, talking to Bad Child. Bad Child's like, man, why don't you get you a fucking home setup and record from the house? Got me a little Scarlett mic, headphones, and, man, started recording, man. Fred Beasy gave me the beat for American History Mex, recorded that shit, and it's like, fuck, I'm back.
Yeah.
And that's when I first met you when you performed at HTown Network.
For sure,
Or Straight Out of Texas.
Downtown, right
Yeah.
by Eighth Wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I fucked with it because it was so different from what everybody else was doing.
Yeah, for sure. It was kind of like a rebirth, man, because when I was doing music before, I wasn't doing I guess, socially conscious, or some people have called it political. I don't really call it political. I'm not big into politics and shit, man. I learned some shit about myself going through the pandemic and the shutdown. Started looking inward, man, you know what I'm saying, and delving into my own history and where we come from. As a Chicano, being raised as a Chicano, by my parents and that whole thing, And I said, fuck it, man. I mean, art imitates life, man.
Yeah.
That's what was going on in my life. I was learning, I was reading, I was studying, I was getting back into the music, so it fucking just poured out into the song, man.
Yeah.
And that's kind of been my thing since. I still talk shit and stuff like that, but my thing is, I'm probably the oldest motherfucker in the room right now. Well, no, maybe not. Somebody got me. But
He's a nerd.
but I think personally, because I can't speak for anybody else but myself, I'm a husband, a father, I'm a grandfather, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the cool. How the fuck I sound rapping like I did when I was 17? I'm not doing those same things, man.
Xicano Vega talking about shake your laffy taffy. Get out.
Robbing people at gunpoint and shit. I feel like more like I should move more in the capacity of where I feel I should be.
Yeah.
Temashtiani, you know what I'm saying? Like a teacher. Wisdom, man. I mean, I don't know it all, but I know more than my sons. I know more than those, those younger people. So how the fuck I look not sharing that and not teaching that, whether it's about our history or culture or just, man, fuck, dude, don't fuck with that bullshit. You don't get to be this old by fucking around and just doing dumb shit. Seen a lot of homies fall by the wayside and shit like that, and that's where I'm at with my music, you know what I'm saying? And I met a bunch of dope-ass people, you know what I'm saying? Bad Child introduced me to Nick, introduced me to Sandman, introduced me to AB, introduced me to Chop, and, man, it just all fucking came together,
all just kind of work, yeah.
It's a badass team, and it's a badass community, a circle, and, man, I'm just fucking blessed to be a part of it, grateful to be a part of it. Because, like I said, I wasn't doing music for a long time, man, and I know I still got some more in the fucking magazine, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When can we expect or are you working on a project itself, or can we expect just singles coming from you? Or?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm actually working on a project right now, man. It's gonna be entirely produced and recorded by No Sleeps Productions. Sandman on the fucking beats. He's killing it, man. Hip hop sampler. I mean that dope ass shit that y'all saying that y'all like. Y'all saying y'all like it. So I'm hoping y'all like it, man. When it comes out. Nick,
I ain't gonna say we like it, we don't like it.
I wouldn't bring it up on the show.
But man, Nick, man, engineering. He's a fucking guitarist. We got live instrumentation on it. Nice. We have features from my son, Victorioso 9. He's my 13-year-old. He's making beats, selling beats.
Not only make beats, he won the Latinx hip hop tournament.
He did.
At 13 years old.
And it's a boost of confidence for him, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm really proud of him. My other sons as well. I ain't forgot y'all, man. But he's the musical one, man. He wanted to learn how to fuck with the loops when I got that gear back in 2020, and a couple years later, man, he's fucking grown. So I got him featured on there, singing a hook for me.
Nice.
I have a badass verse from DFD Baby Lee, who actually turns out is from the same side of town as I am. And when I heard his music, man, I'm like, I know he knows what time it is, man. He knows what's up. That sounds like the shit that we're doing over there back in the day. Have another dope ass verse from Carlos Slim.
That's like Carlos Slim.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Badass verse from him, man. He came through and he just did his thing. He actually dropped 2 verses. He had 2 verses for the same song, and he's like, I got 2. I said, fuck it, man. Let's record both, and we'll pick the one that we rock with. And we're working on a click song, man, with about 10 plus artists from the city. And that's a little something in the making.
It's crazy. I was thinking about that earlier today. I don't know what the fuck. I was going to the store or some shit. I was listening to 2 Joints by SPM, and it was like, I don't know, they had like fucking 12 people on that track. I was like, bro, we haven't heard a click song in a long ass time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And that's cool because that's when, well, at least what I think is, if it's 10 of y'all get each fans to check out everybody else that's involved in that group. Yeah. And you guys are able to spread that fandom around and whatnot and get support, bigger support for y'all and whatnot. That's what I like about click songs.
Yeah. I grew up on that shit, man. With listening to the SPC and stuff. every time one of them dropped an album, man, Point Blank dropped an album, slipped into a comas at the end with everybody on it. You know what I'm saying? K Reno dropped his album, Click Song at the end with everybody on it. You know what I'm saying? The Reckless Clan dropped a CD, bam. So it's kind of like, to me, that was like a Houston thing. Was like, I know they do it other places. They call it a cipher, or they call it a posse track, posse, whatever. But it was always the SPC Click songs. Like, man, and then to take it a step further, man, they had a Xicano on there representing for me. He wasn't representing for me, but he was representing for me.
It's actually in this project, ain't it?
Yeah, it's on that one. Man.
Who is it? Who is that?
Grim, man, Grim, Southeast Latin sector.
Southeast, shouts out to the Grimster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that, man, just as an homage to you know what I'm saying, the ones that broke ground in hip hop in Houston back in the day, man. We gotta have a fucking Click song, 10 minutes long at least.
Yeah. That's dope.
And that brings the best out of everybody.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody trying to put the weakest verse, so everybody gonna go hard on there.
Oh, yeah. And if I told you the list, man, you'll be like, fuck, but I'm not gonna.
No, go ahead. Don't be shy. Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
No, that's what's up, bro. I'm excited to hear. Like I said, I'm still fairly new to most of y'all's music, man. So even when I listen to some of the older music that you guys have, it's new to me.
Yeah.
So it's still cool to be running into new music, because for a while there I was listening to a lot of Spanish music. I got disconnected from hip hop. I was listening to a lot of Spanish music, and then I started listening to Spanish hip hop. And then, we started doing the show, and I started like, let me get more familiar with my HTown people again, man. Because it had been a while since I've been jamming, HTown shit.
Yeah.
And I'm running into all y'all shit, man. It's dope. So I'm excited to hear more from y'all. Still didn't forget about your video, though. I still got you on that video if you still want to shoot it. Well, yeah, we'll make it happen.
Sure,
like all bullshit aside, like I ain't forget. It was just,
I ain't tripping, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be dope.
Yeah. Talk to us, Never Die. What else you got for us?
So what can we expect October 8th?
October 8th, man. For this lineup, $10, man. I mean, you're benefiting, man. Sometimes, man, these people are charging a shitload for trash ass shows, or, and it's not a shot at anybody, but like, man.
For example, who? No.
Just, you know what I'm saying? They're selling tickets for, X amount of dollars, man, and then you go and it's, come on, man. You halfway through, you're ready to go, and a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, you may not have heard of, but I guarantee you, man, that everybody on that lineup got heat. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody's better than me for sure, man. So I'm fucking just happy to be part of the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crash Landing, man. I got about 6 members, man. All of them fucking hitters. John Black. I think out of everybody's performance, I'm probably most eager to see John Black, man, because I fuck with John Black's music. He's just a dope ass MC, and I love a lot of his music, man. I jam it all the time, and I message him and shit when I'm jamming his music.
I've actually never heard any of John Black's music.
Yes. If you've heard the Golden Rule, Volume 1 that Bad Child put out, it's actually myself, John Black, AB, and Chop the Father. There's 4 songs on there. And his song is Betty White. Badass. But check him out for sure. He has nothing but hits. Adrian Angelo, man, used to call him my evil twin, man. I met him back in like 99. He was maybe 18, I was 19, 20, and I'm the first one to put him in the studio, man. You know what I'm saying? We became good friends, and we were like that for a long time, man. And so just to be on the stage again with him, man, all these years later, and he's still doing it, I'm still doing it. It's fucking dope, man. It's dope. But everybody there, you can expect to give you your money's worth, man. It's gonna be a dope ass show from beginning to end. And I don't think anybody will be disappointed, man. If you love dope music and cheap tickets, man, fuck
it's the place to be. White Oak Music Hall, October 8th. Make sure you guys pull up. Crash Landing is going to be full of talented artists. And, support the independent artists. Support it. Like we talked with Chop, it's independently funded and whatnot. So if you ain't got nothing else to do, make sure you pull up October 8th to the White Oak Music Hall. I'm horrible with names, as y'all can tell if you watch the show. But yeah, hey. Xicano Vega, as I mentioned, bro, we would like to have you back on here. I want to talk about our culture because selfishly, I want to get educated on it.
I love to come back, man.
And definitely like to learn more. Because every episode you send me, like I said, I'll never get to stuff right away. And I hate opening messages when I know I'm not going to, like I always tell him, like, they send it to me, bro, but I haven't had time. And if I open it and I don't listen to it then, I ain't going to listen to it. Because I ain't going to remember. So I leave it there for a couple of days until I'm at the house doing nothing. I'm like, okay, now I can listen to it and actually pay attention to whether it's the podcast or music, whatever it is. Yeah. But Xicano Vega, we're excited to have you on here. We're excited to check you out performing. I've never seen you perform either. You know what I'm saying? I've ran into you before or whatnot. So I think you and AB are the only people that I haven't ran into before. But we appreciate your time, bro. And we'll see you out there on October 8th. Yes, sir. See you there. Love, bro. Sure. Texas motherfucker. Texas motherfucker. Texas motherfucker. Texas motherfucker.